One of the reasons, or should I say, one of the ways na pinakita ni David that he was truly a man after God's own heart was during the time na inuusig siya ni Haring Saul. So the backstory is, David was one of the commanders in King Saul's army. He was successful, he was loyal, he was faithful, he was fighting battles left and right. He was winning all of them because the Lord was with him. He was garnering the praise of the people. He was honored by the people. He was loved by the people. And the king wasn't so happy about it. He was, in fact, jealous. Naiinggit siya sa mga accomplishments ni David. Kaya pinlano niyang patayin si David. Umabot to a certain point na kinailangan ni David umalis, tumakas at iiwan ng kanyang asawa sa palasyo at pumunta sa teritoryo ng kalaban ng mga Philistines. There was one time nagkunwari siyang baliw dahil sa takot niya baka patayin siya ng mga kalaban. No? So hindi naging mabilis ang buhay niya. Lagi siyang pinagtatangkaan ni Haring Saul. Left and right, no? He has to look out for enemies, for his enemies sa Philistines, and at the same time, itong hari na mahal niya, itong hari na pinagsilbihan niya, no? Itong hindi niya maintindihan, in short, bakit galit na galit sa kanya ang hari, no? But you know what? In spite of that, binigyan siya ng 2 pagkakataon ng Panginoon para patayin itong hari, pero hindi niya ginawa yun. No, it was a test and he passed. And the reason is because he respected the authority of God himself. Ang dahilan niya is, this guy, this king who wants to kill me is the chosen one of God. No? And kahit hindi ko naintindihan bakit gigil na gigil siya sa akin, bakit gusto niya akong patayin, in spite of me being loyal to him, in spite of my love for my king, in spite of serving him with all faithfulness, hihintayin ko ang Panginoon. Hindi ko siya pangungunahan. Kasi alam ko, meron siyang plano. Mas maganda ang plano niya. Kahit nalulungkot ako, napalayo ako sa aking sariling bansa, no? Okay lang sa akin. Mas titiisin ko na to. Yes, makikita mo yun sa Psalm 57, lungkot na lungkot siya, nagsusumbong siya sa Panginoon. Pero he remained faithful to God, no? And you see that as well sa New Testament. You see that in the life of the apostles. You see that with the believers, the disciples. Bakit? It wasn't easy being a Christian during the first century, no? First few centuries. Kasi bakit? They were persecuted left and right. They were persecuted by the Roman government as well as the Jewish authorities. But never did the apostles encourage the believers to rebel against the authorities. In fact, they told them to respect their authority. At simple lang, ang dahilan niya, God established them. Niligay sila ng Panginoon doon sa kanilang posisyon. God has a purpose for them. Sometimes you just don't understand what's going on. Alam ko they are sort of hindering us from preaching the gospel. But, no, we shouldn't rebel against them. At the back of their mind, naintindihan nila na mas mabuti pang may gobyerno kesa walang gobyerno. Alam ko that we have to suffer. In the meantime, we're misunderstood by all people kahit na itong ginagawa namin ay mabuti. Pero mabuti na kami na lang ang mag-suffer kesa mawalan ng gobyerno. Kasi pag nawalan ng gobyerno, the entire Roman Empire will result to chaos. So we just have to wait for the Lord. No, alam nila may magandang plano ang Panginoon. So instead, what did they urge the people to do? You see this in 1 Timothy chapter 2. Ang sabi ni Paul kay Timothy, I urge that supplications, prayers, intercessions, and thanksgiving be made for all people. I mean, how can you thank God for a government who is persecuting you? It is, sabi niya, pray for these people, for kings, for all who are in high positions, that we may lead a peaceful, quiet, godly, and dignified life. No? Paul understands that there is a process that is going on. You just have to trust God. They were all humble enough to realize that they don't see the big picture. So they just have to rely on God. They have to trust in God. They have to pray. The reality is this: whether you are left or right, hindi mo nakikita yung buong picture. You don't see all the details behind. People will show you kung ano lang yung part na gusto nilang ipakita sa'yo. Your decision, sa totoo lang, sometimes, it's basically messed up. Kasi bakit? Hindi mo nakikita lahat eh. So the best thing we can do is be humble enough to admit, no, na hindi natin nalalaman ang lahat ng kailangan nating malaman. So, pray for them. Malay mo, magbago at umayos ang ating bansa. Diba? So with that, God bless.